there and back again by Isaac.
Whew. First speech. Okay. Imagine yourself in the Netherlands. You're on a farm, your parents have gotten older, you've now inherited the farm. However, the price of inheriting the farm is you take care of your older sister, your unmarried older sister that you hate. So what do? You think, well, I'm just going to take a newspaper ad for a wife and hopefully go to Canada. Now, fellow Toastmasters and guests, obviously this isn't me. Nowadays we don't take out ads in newspapers. That's my grandfather. Yeah. He's the first Venneman on Canadian soil. There's now 3 clans, I guess, here. Separate, very distant cousins, but he settled in Ontario with my grandmother, and that's where my parents grew up, or my father anyways, on a farm with a pet goat. I guess nowadays we visited it, it's totally suburbs. Just imagine the times have changed from when my grandfather settled here into where my father was born. And then my parents met in Lake Louise in Alberta, and then went back to the East Coast where she's from. I mean, I'm Dutch, blonde hair, blue eyes, but I guess my mom's where I get the ginger beard from. She's Scottish. She grew up in a small fishing town near St. John, New Brunswick, where I was born. I was born in a downtown area, very industrialized. If you've ever been to St. John, has anyone been to the East Coast? If show of hands, anyone been in New Brunswick specifically? Oh, great, a lot of people here actually. A lot of people don't know too much about the East Coast. But basically, in St. John, where I grew up, where I first went to school, I had to walk to school for 1 kilometer to school. But that's not just 1 kilometer, that's back for lunch, back again for afternoon, and then back again in the evening. It's 4 kilometers a day. As a kid, that's a lot of work. I mean, nowadays I was about 7 years old when I walked to school through some pretty rough areas. That wouldn't happen anymore today. It's pretty crazy how times have changed. But getting to where I've been, in grade 7, about 11 years old, my parents surprised me. My dad worked at the refinery in St. John. Oh, we have a great opportunity. We can really do something better. We can really elevate where we are. We were a very lower middle class family. We're going to Alberta again for them anyways. So we moved to Fort McMurray when I was in grade 7. Huge change. I had to make friends all over again. It's hard to make friends when it's easy to make friends when you're a kid. You've been with the same people forever. Making friends in grade 7 is quite a challenge. It'd be quite persuasive to the new people in the town to be able to accept me. Different accents, different culture almost, apparently, between Alberta and the East Coast, and different values especially. So after grade 8, I was there. New school, high school. I had to go to a brand new school with different people from across this town because my parents lovely moved again to a different area. So that continues on my journey for another 4 years until end of high school. Not quite actually, until middle of grade 11. And then my parents surprised me again. We miss the East Coast. We want to go back again. So they pull me out middle of grade 11, back into my hometown where I grew up, pretty much the house down the street from where I grew up on. Sounds great, doesn't it? Except when you're over 6 years away from where you're from, all the way from middle school to almost end of high school, things change. It's almost a different town where I grew up in. Same places, different people, different friends, almost like different buildings and different history now. If you feel like you've missed a lot, it's almost like going back in time. If you ever went to, any of you have ever moved away for a long time from where you're born, and going back, it seems so surreal almost. I had to do it all over again. 3rd time, making brand new friends. Again, being more persuasive and persuasive every time. And it's taught me a lot, I guess. What's taught me is always keep an open mind, always be aware of other people's values and cultures, be aware of other people's history, and that kind of open your mind instead of just sitting in, I guess, one area or one town and always just doing the same routine. It's always good to get out there and see a lot of different experiences. In Alberta, I got to ski, play volleyball, go around Alberta, huge cities I've never been. There's more people in Calgary than my hometown in New Brunswick. then the entire province of New Brunswick and the entire province of Prince Edward Island. So there, I graduated high school. My parents lovely moved again to Prince Edward Island. My dad works all over the place. So basically I said, screw it, I'm leaving. I'm moving out. 17 years old, went to University of New Brunswick in Fredericton. I know, Jamila, you were there as well. Maybe I saw you at one point. But yeah, so that's where I spent my first year at chemistry. It's like, chemistry, this isn't an engineering company. So basically I worked for a professor when I was there, and this is really when I found my love for what I do now. Is he was very detail oriented and wanted to see the little papers. I wanted to, like, how can we make this big? How can we make this like a huge product and make it commercially viable, instead of just doing these little nitty-gritty experiments? And that's where I switched into chemical engineering. So I graduated, lo and behold, I got my ideal job at Fluor, and then moved back again to Calgary in Alberta. So I've been East Coast, there and back again, Alberta, there and back again. It's been quite a ride, but I've enjoyed it every step of the way.